Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll give it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive, continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Third down play from the gun. Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Wolf. Got room at the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Fires to the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Now on first down from the 43. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Texas! What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. After 45 on his way. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas 7, Oregon 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You got to give kudos to this defense. They are so well coached up. How about the awareness and the ability to play with great eye discipline? They located the football. They located that receiver on the jet sweep and were able to make the tackle.
They'll toss it to the left. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Still running at the 40. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He leaves it with his back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They move the tight end all over. Just feeds the running back. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14.
Clear.
The back goes in motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get set, and I ain't settling for no field goal.
The legs moving. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Timeout, Texas.
The Ducks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Snags it over the middle. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Gets it out fast. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. They'll try to run it in. He goes airborne and he's in there for the 2-point conversion. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the 1st half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The hand to the running back. Breaks the tackle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Pitts. Keeps looking downfield. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Line gets set, first down. The option look. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Green 25.
The give to the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Pitts. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Right down the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With jet sweep pass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 8, Texas 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Meyer. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It's good. And they go back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. He'll take it himself. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.